Hi, my name is Kaja, and here are the last couple of days of my life in Thailand before I moved back to Europe and became a legit responsible adult with a full-time job and expensive rent to take care of.
But who knows, maybe I am coming back in the future. I will definitely try to come back. I just really love this place and I feel good here. Last night in Bangkok, that is, huh? But the thing is that I believe in destiny. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I guess I was just not meant to live in Bangkok right now, and I was not meant to live in Asia right now. I know that one. But the thing about leaving is that leaving makes you appreciate what you have. Maybe if I wouldn't be leaving, I wouldn't appreciate so much what I had here. All these great memories, all these great trips, all these amazing nights out. And I'm just so happy and so freaking grateful that I had the opportunity to come here. There will be for sure so much I will miss about this life.
I came to Thailand to finish up my MBA thesis and potentially find a job. After doing my semester abroad in Bangkok a couple of years back, it was always a dream of mine to come back and spend more time in this crazy city. And I'm so glad that I did. I had an amazing couple of months in Thailand. I got the chance to call this exotic city a home again. I wrote and defended my thesis. I traveled, made tons of amazing memories with old and new friends, and I was able to soak up some sun and get ready for the harsh reality of after graduation life. A couple of days before I left Thailand, I went to Koh Chang, an island located in the eastern part of the Gulf of Thailand, around 300 kilometers from Bangkok. We were there out of season, so the island felt pretty calm and quiet. There were not many tourists around, and I was able to get the last taste of island life before going back to Europe.
Good morning, you guys. Look at this, and not in Bangkok anymore. Or maybe you cannot see if you look that way, but if you look that way and you kind of see the sea there, you know I'm not in Bangkok anymore. This is officially the last trip I will be doing in Thailand before I go back home to Denmark. I'm going back home on Sunday, and today is Thursday. It's Thursday morning, not really morning, afternoon. We took an early bus from Bangkok this morning at 7 a.m. to Koh Chang. Koh Chang, it's what is it? It's an island. It's an island located around 350 kilometers from Bangkok, so quite easy to get here from the city. You only have to take a bus for 6 hours. It wasn't that bad though. The bus wasn't bad at all. So the last 2 days of enjoying this beautiful country, you know? Oh man. Can't even say that because I'm getting so sad already. I'm really getting like emotional about leaving Thailand. I mean, how can you not get emotional about this? Look at this. Like, this has been my home for the past couple of months, and it's just, if I could, I wouldn't leave. Pray for me so I'm not gonna die on this last trip. Okay, I look so bad in a helmet. There's no way to look good in a helmet, but it's necessary because I do not want to die. As you know, I don't know if you know, but I fucking hate motorbikes. I'm so terrified. Basically, in Philippines, I had an accident. I didn't really have an accident. I just burned myself on, on whatever you call it, on a motorbike. I have an actual scar. What?
Exhaust pipe.
Exhaust
Pipe.
Exhaust pipe. I burned myself on exhaust pipe. It was actually funny because I talked about it for 5 minutes in my vlog, and people thought that I got burned by sun.
What the fuck?
And people were like, use sunscreen. I was like, how is it gonna help? And then I figured that no one understood, but basically I'm gonna show you my scar. I've been scarred for life, and now I'm terrified of motorbikes. Also, let's pray for Brandon. Let's pray. I feel like maybe I'm even safer than Brandon is. This is like white people in Thailand.
We rented motorbikes, which ended up breaking 20 minutes after we got them.
We've been driving for approximately 20 minutes, and we already have a issues because one of the bikes is broken, which is so Thailand. We literally just rented it out like half an hour ago. Finally, the new bike is here. We've been waiting for an hour. Thailand. We're not the kind of people that will hurry too much, you know? The lifestyle here is much more slow.
We spent the weekend doing what you usually do on a Thai island. We're driving around, we saw a couple of viewpoints, we chilled at the beach.
I know that one, I know that one. Rejection. That's like literally the most cliche Thailand thing. Swings at the beach, but they're so nice though. Last family dinner, I got.
You have to edit that.
I'm gonna edit everything where Brandon is in it.
That gets the video before I leave.
Oh my god, you guys, look at this. I would fucking freak out. I would freak out.
It's a very scenic waterfall. Founded in 1800s by William II. It comes with finest trees money can buy. Originating from Australia with a bit of solid rock, very solid rock, almost as solid as Janus's arms.
Yep.
The boys stayed at the island for a bit longer and I ended up making the 6-hour-long journey back to Bangkok alone, which was a good opportunity for me to just be there alone with my thoughts, say a proper goodbye to Thailand, and of course get super nostalgic as I usually do, which is not even funny at this point because I lived in 5 different countries during the last couple of years, which basically means I'm always leaving or about to leave somewhere, so I pretty much spent half of my life being nostalgic.
Back home to Bangkok for the last time, at least for now. It was a good trip, it was a really good trip. I'm glad I came. It was nice to have this last little goodbye to this other side of Thailand, you know, the side of Thailand that I obviously don't see in Bangkok. I don't know where I was going with this sentence. Anyways, Koh Chang, great island, very beautiful, like all the other Thai islands pretty much. They're all freaking beautiful. I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a more calm and less touristy place. Although we were here out of season, so maybe that's why it's quite calm. But in general, I think Koh Chang is definitely not as touristy as some of the other Thai islands. Finally made it back home. Oh man, that was a long drive. All I want to do now is to go to bed. Last night in Bangkok, that is, huh? Sawadika. I always say that I kind of want to show you the good and the bad of like traveling and living abroad and moving. And you know, obviously as much as living abroad and having opportunity to live in different countries is freaking incredible, and I would never want to live any other way. I mean, I choose to live that way. I choose to go to places and move and all that shit. But at the same time, the truth is that, oh my god, I don't know, I'm so tired, I cannot even speak. But at the same time, the truth is that it's far from easy. And as much as I had an incredible couple of months in Bangkok, now it's time to leave. And it is so difficult every single time. For me, at least, it's difficult. I don't know if, I guess for everyone it is to a certain degree, but I know some people handle it better. I always handle it not really well, and I'm always really sad about leaving a place and moving again and all that. And I feel like, well, since basically I've been doing it for school mainly for the last couple of years, it's sort of like out of my control. Like, I don't choose to leave, things just end, and school ends, whatever ends, and you just have to leave even though you don't want to. So yeah. But I guess everyone can imagine how it feels like. You come to a place in the beginning, it's difficult, but then you make friends and you start feeling at home and you build up a life, and then you have to leave. And it is extremely difficult. And it's also something I want to share with you guys, because I'm sure a lot of people I'm sure a lot of people would watch my vlogs and think that, oh, it's so fun to travel and move abroad and live in all these different countries. And it is fun, but at the same time it's a very difficult life to be like changing all the time and moving and leaving people behind. That's the worst thing, because one thing that I've learned in my life is that you leave people and most of the time you never see them again, even though you might think you will. But you know, life happens. Obviously some people you do, those who mean the most, you might see them again, but it's just not the same. And the more you move, the more friends you have who live all over the world, and it's just impossible to keep in touch with everyone. So I've really learned that, you know, sometimes you just really do not know which friendships will survive, because even though you might think you're like really good friends with someone, you get along so well and you'll definitely keep in touch, but then life happens, and sometimes it's nobody's fault really, you know, life just happens. And if you never see each other again, sort of, if you're never in the same place, friendships just, you know, fall apart in a way. You just drift apart, especially if you're living this kind of like fast life. I know that sounds really cool, especially if you constantly meet new people, because then it's just like you just cannot be bothered. At a certain point you just cannot be bothered to keep in touch with everyone, because otherwise you wouldn't do anything all day long. You would just like sit there and try to keep in touch with people. Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to like talk to you guys and I don't know, let you know that living abroad, moving abroad, traveling, whatever you would call it, I don't even know what I'm doing, it's not all fun and games, and it comes with a price. Unfortunately, it comes with a price of these last weeks and these last days, and leaving people behind, and these moments where you're just feeling sad. One last night in Bangkok, so sad, man. I love this city.
After getting back from Koh Chang, I woke up to spend my last day in Bangkok. My flight back to Copenhagen was late at night, so I had a full day to spend in the city doing all the things that I love to do. I went for a swim, took Namtan for a walk.
Come. Aww.
And of course, ended up going to Lumpini Park, aka my favorite place in Bangkok.
It's the last walk in Lumpini Park. For now.
And spent half of the day just walking around and talking about how sad I was about leaving Bangkok, which I will spare you to watch because it's really not that interesting.
Look, you guys, there's one chilling right here. Look how big it is. Scary. Oh, and there are also turtles. Hey, turtles. These lizards are probably like the main tourist attraction of Lumpini Park. If you ever see a group of white people standing somewhere by the lake with their phones like this, you know that you found the lizards. These lizards are probably like the most photographed lizards on the planet. I also personally make sure that I take a picture of them every time I see them. It's like Eiffel Tower in Paris. When I lived in Paris, I would take a picture of Eiffel Tower every time I would see it, and sometimes I would be like, you know what? Why am I even doing it? Oh my god, look at this. Not this. I almost never see it outside on the path. Hey, little mate. what can I say? An exotic city. It's a line from a song, okay? One Night in Bangkok. If you don't know this song, listen to it. But you know what's one thing that I'm trying to tell myself to cheer myself up is that I never want to leave any place. When I was leaving Paris, I was like, I don't want to leave Paris. When I was leaving Shanghai, I was like, I don't want to leave Shanghai. This is like the best. Actually, when I was coming here to Bangkok a couple of months ago, I was like, I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing. What am I even doing? And now I'm just like, so good I came here. Basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm just that type of person. I never want to leave. Besides Copenhagen, I always want to leave Copenhagen, which is a sign that I definitely should not live there.
The only thing that stood out to me, and I thought I will share it with you, was the part where I'm talking about how much I hope that my new job will allow me to continue making videos.
One thing I really hope is that I'll still have time for this. I hope I will still have time to make videos, because I'll have a full-time job now. I'm not gonna be a student anymore, and I'm just really worried that it's not gonna give me as much time as I used to have.
Watching this clip of myself months later put a smile on my face, because I'm glad to say that today, even though I've been working full-time for a while now, I'm still able to find time to work on my biggest passion, which is this, making videos. At the end of the day, I went to the pool bar at Sofitel, one of my favorite places in the city, and I just sat there, got myself some coffee, and admired the crazy skyline of Bangkok for the last time. Well, I hope not for the very last time. As you can see, I pretty much enjoy getting very nostalgic and a little bit too dramatic.
I just got myself some coffee, and I'm gonna enjoy this beautiful view for the last time. So now I'm just gonna try to find a motorbike driver. I'm not gonna try to find, I can literally see them, so I'm walking towards them. I'm gonna get a motorbike to do one last motorbike drive for a while, probably. Not like I'm gonna miss them that much, but to be honest, I got a little bit more comfortable with motorbikes recently. When you forget about being scared for your life, it can actually be quite enjoyable if they're not driving crazy fast. And here in Bangkok, the motorbike drivers are usually a little bit, they're driving very fast. Motorbikes drivers in Bangkok, they're literally insane. I told him to go slow, and then he was like literally speeding the whole way. It took us like 4 minutes to get here. Coming back home for the last time. Oh my god, I'm such a lamer, I swear. This whole vlog is like, so Sofitel, the last time, the Pity Park, the last time. What can I say? I guess I am quite sentimental. I don't know. Props. 5th floor for the last time. That's a joke. I'm gonna miss 5th floor, and I'm gonna miss having a pool at home. That for sure, I'm gonna miss that. Oh, my little one. So this is it, you guys. I'm so sad, I can't even talk. All I can say is that